Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be looking at the big brother of the Razor Tine Trident, that is the Kelpie Snare, Fuscina. The Kelpie Snare Fuscina is a very interesting item that can be extremely useful on a wide variety of characters, including your mercenary. The reason why Kelpie Snare is so nice is because of the effects that it has on it, and as we go over it, I think you'll find that you'll probably like it too. So right off the bat, you'll notice that it has 83 to 153 damage, which is not bad at all. It has a strength requirement of 77 and a dex requirement of 25, which is fairly easy to do for most characters. It has a level requirement of level 33, which is relatively low, and it is a spear class weapon, which means it can be used on Amazons for the fend, impale, and other spear class abilities. It has an enhanced damage of 140 to 180%, so it does vary by 40% on the ED. It also adds 30 to 50 damage flat to the weapon, which is definitely very nice. And it has a slows target by 75%, which is absolutely massive. You got to understand that slows target by has a cap of 80%. Which means that Kelpie Snare puts the target literally 5% from the cap of the slow's target amount. Slow's target is that amazing thing that everybody loves. It is shared by abilities like Clay Golem, Decrepify, Holy Freeze, and also items that have the slow's target by ability on them. And having slow's target by on a weapon is absolutely amazing. You can also theoretically drop this on the ground, turn it into an iron golem, and get really nice effect out of it that way as well. Because then your iron golem would have 75% slow on him when he hits his targets. It also has plus 10 strength, which can come in very handy on you and mercenaries to help you equip some higher level equipment. And it has a very nice life based on character level of 1 to 123 based on your character's level, 123 being at level 99. It's 1.25 per character level. It also has a massive fire resistance of 50%, which can come in super handy when you're farming the council. So, if you were to put this item on a mercenary, he would be applying a 75% slow to the targets that he hits, and also has a really nice bonus to his life and his fire resistance, which will help keep him alive. If you do happen to find the ethereal version is a little bit better for mercenaries, obviously. It's 108 to 204 damage, and it only requires 15 dex and 67 strength at level 33. At level 33, an ethereal Kelpie Snare is just a absolutely amazing merc weapon, and will just about demolish most monsters that you come across. Bosses will be slowed down so slow that they can't really do much to you, and quite honestly, a lot of the monsters in the game have massive amounts of fire damage. The Hydras from the Council, Diablo spams fire like nobody's business. There are just so many fire monsters that having 50% fire resistance on this is absolutely great for a mercenary. And all in all, I think that the Kelpie Snare just makes an amazing merc weapon at level 33. Now, if you do find an ethereal Kelpie Snare, you can upgrade it to the higher version if you want to elongate the use of this particular item. And I didn't realize I had so much crap in my inventory here. So if you want to upgrade this item, you're going to need some runes. And to upgrade this, you're going to need to get the elite runes. Because this is an exceptional level item, so you're going to be going from exceptional to elite. And that is going to be Pull. It's also going to be Lum. And it's going to be perfect emeralds. So you're going to need 2 perfect emeralds, or rather, you're going to need 1 perfect emerald, because you're not probably upgrading 2 of these. You're just upgrading 1 of them. I need 2 perfect emeralds. This is about what I need, not about what you guys need. Apparently, I need some lum runes. All right, so I grabbed a couple lum runes. Lummy lums. Okay, let me stop. I'm stopping. Okay. So, let's go ahead and put our runes in here. Let's upgrade this. So we're going to go from... I always forget to move myself out of the way. There we go. We're going to go from the Kelpie Snare Fuscina, which is 83 to 153, 25 dex, 77 strength, level 33, to the Kelpie Snare Stygian Pike, or Stygian Pike. 111, 453 damage, which is relatively nice. 97 dex, 168 strength, and level 56. Relatively low level at level 56, but 168 strength is pretty high. You may have a little bit of trouble getting this equipped on a mercenary. But that's where the ethereal version comes in handy, because the ethereal version is going to be less stats. So this one's going to go from 108 to 204. 15 dex, 67 strength, level 33, to 150 to 654 damage, very nice. 87 dex, 158 strength, level 56. A very excellent weapon by all standards, and quite honestly, I feel like this could be a very effective Fend Amazon weapon as well. Let's go ahead and throw a Zod rune in the ethereal version. And let's go play around with this as a Fend Zon, and maybe also using some impales. And I'll go kill Eldritch. I always like to pick on Eldritch. He's a pretty easy to find, super unique monster. Very easy to murder. And of course, it is not the fastest weapon, but it is a nice weapon. I would probably prefer the non-ethereal version with a shale rune in it if I was really, you know, trying to be picky. And Fend is not like Zeal, by the way. It's very important to note that Fend is a one-hit ability. It hits everything one time. It doesn't hit everything 5 times like Zeal does. So it's a little different. You know, basically, if I have 10 monsters around me, it will hit every monster one time, whereas Zeal will hit 5 times no matter how many monsters are there. So like if you have 2 monsters, it will spread out the 5 hits between the 2 monsters. It's a little bit different in the way that it functions, and Fend is an interesting ability. Kelpie Snare also has a very interesting appearance as well, which is certainly notable. When you see somebody holding a Kelpie Snare, it certainly is quite interesting with the chains, the trident, all of that going on. In fact, let me put the non-ethereal version on so you guys can see it a little bit better, because I feel like the ethereal version is not quite as easy to get a grasp on its beauty. Where did I put the? There it is. There you go. Look at how beautiful that is. Just an absolutely beautiful weapon. Now, if you wanted to find yourself a Kelpie Snare, we can certainly see if we can locate one. I'm going to go over to Silo's Pen, and we're going to take a look at Silo's Pen and see where potentially we could locate one of these. It's definitely a very nice item, and I do feel like a lot of people, quite honestly, would probably like to have one. Especially if you're leveling up, you're just on your way to the end game, and you're getting into nightmare difficulty. This could definitely be a game changer for your mercenary to help him do better. So let's pretend we have 150% magic find. Let's look at nightmare difficulty, because I feel like that's probably where we're going to want to find this. And let's look at bosses first. So it does look like Andariel in nightmare difficulty has a 1 in 466 chance of dropping this item. That's a pretty good chance. And Mephisto, 1 in 515. And Diablo, 1 in 538. And Bale, 1 in 557. So not bad at all, honestly, as far as drops are concerned from the bosses. Let's take a look at the super uniques, and let's see potentially what super uniques we could farm. So it does look like the Cow King has a pretty good chance at 1 in 1,190. And the Countess has a pretty good chance at Nightmare at 1 in 4,751. Treehead Woodfist in Dark Wood, he's relatively easy to get to. That would be a good choice. Bone Ash in the Cathedral, also relatively easy to get to. Beetleburst and Dark Elder both have a pretty good chance. Beetleburst is in Far Oasis, and Dark Elder is in Lost City. Both relatively easy to get to. And, I mean, those are some pretty good choices. You've got a lot of really good choices to see if you can find yourself a Kelpie Snare. Don't really think we need to go over much more when it comes to this item. All in all, it's just a very nice item that can be utilized on a lot of different characters. You can utilize this obviously on a Fend Amazon, a Impale Amazon, a Jab Amazon, a Lightning Amazon. If you were using Lightning or Charge Strike, it would be a good choice for those. You could also theoretically utilize this very well on a Charge Paladin. Could be fun on a Charge Paladin. Could also be very good on a Mercenary, obviously. And also, if you were playing a Spear Barbarian, that could be a very interesting choice. Quite honestly, it's just a very nice item to find. And if you were leveling up in ladder, you say, because ladder does start on April 28th, so be prepared for that. It is going to be something that you will enjoy having as you level up. If you happen to find yourself a Kelpie Snare, especially an ethereal one, you can literally utilize that for most of the game until you manage to get yourself a better item for your mercenary or for yourself, for instance, if you happen to be a Spears on. It's just a absolutely all-around amazing item. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, even when it's about a 3-pointed trident. And as always, keep watching.